Welcome back, y'all. I think our waffle is ready. Let me just check. Ah, it's sticking. They don't usually do that. Here we go. Now y'all know this is for real because it messed up and it's stuck here, and I don't know why. But sometimes you can do, this is a Teflon one. Sometimes you could spray it with a little bit of olive oil, but you don't want to do that too much because you don't want to have a burn taste to it. But here we go. Now, we're going to put fresh peaches here that we had. Leave the skin on. Now let me tell you about peaches, y'all. Peaches are just as good as spinach. It has the nutrient value, high iron that spinach has. So if you have children that don't like spinach, do peaches. And this is the best time of the year. Now I'm also going to show you today, on this show, I'm going to show you how I freeze my berries. And we're going to put some on our food here in just a minute for our guest that's coming. Well, I've already shown you on another show how to put up your strawberries. And with those, you wash and you take the tops off. Now with blueberries, we don't wash those, and we just pour them after we've picked them. We just pour them in the bag. You can get these at Bella Farm here, or you can get them at the Blueberry Farm up in 6 Mile. And then you just fill it up, and you do it in this size freezer bag, and then they won't get any freezer burn or anything. But if you wash them, you'll have problems with freezer burn. They'll do just great. Now the other thing you want to do with your berries is with the, let me put a little more in here, and let's see if this one sticks. Sometimes the first one will stick. And you can use the same recipe for pancakes and for dessert waffles, which I will show you in a different show how to turn your waffles in. We're going to take a few of these blueberries and make blueberry waffles out of this right here. All you do is put your batter in, lay your blueberries on top, and that's it right there. And then you shut your lid and you have blueberry pancakes. You can also do that with pecans, walnuts. If you want to do almond waffles, just change to almond flavoring, the organic, and then do slivered almonds in it too, and that is wonderful too. Now, the raspberries are just like the blueberries. You do not want to wash them. You just want to, they're very tender, they're very easy to pick. This is the first time I've ever picked raspberries, and if they pull off easy, that means that they're ripe. If you have to tug on them, just wait. That one's not ready. They are full up here at this farm that we went to. The bushes are full of them, and they're beautiful, and they use heirloom. And that's what you want because that stuff has not been messed with. They also, I was so excited about it, I've been praying about finding me some corn that's not genetically altered, so that I can grind it for my cornbread, and they have that there. We will do that in another show. All you have to do is put your raspberries in your bag like this, and then seal it good, pop it in your freezer. Don't wash them either till after you take them out, okay? Here we go. Now I just wanted to show you, we have a whole box here, so I'll be able to get a couple of bags. You can do all kinds of things. Now let me talk to you about your berries, all of your berries. Your blackberries, your strawberries, and blackberries aren't quite in yet. We'll do something with them in a later show. But your raspberries, your blueberries, actually your #1 berry for good health is blueberries. Strawberries is #2, and then your blackberries and raspberries follow right behind. But berries help fight against cancer. They also are very high in fiber. And if you go to my website, I am going to have all this out for y'all, the information. I want to tell you how important it is to understand that the way God made our food is so wonderful. Now that's enough for the raspberries. You don't want it so full. What you want to do is do it so that you can lay it flat in your freezer like that without squishing them. Put them without something on top of it, get as much air as you can, and then put them in there till they're solid frozen, and then you can stack them, all right? And you can do that. That's for muffins. You can have raspberry muffins. You can make your own raspberry sauces. You can do this with the blueberries. There's a wonderful blueberry sauce you can make, all natural, that you can pour over your waffles. We have another set going here. I want to read you my scripture. Let me grab that real quick. Shouldn't have done that probably. But it says, every well-trained student will be like their teacher. It's in Luke 6:10. I just wanted to tell you that is the scripture that God gave me about my husband. And I've used that because now I'm letting him teach me and show me what to do. We can let him be our teacher. He created our food so that it would have all the nutrients that we would need for the human body to live a healthy life. And I would really like to show you how easy and simple it is to do that. We don't use any sugar in the waffles. And now we're going to go ahead and fix this up here. I'm going to put a little bit of the raspberries and a little bit of the blueberries. You want to be very gentle with those and with your blueberries because we want this on our waffles. And I have a guest, a surprise guest here today that I'm excited about, and he's going to come and have some breakfast with me. Our peaches have already been washed, and I'm going to rinse these blueberries, and we're going to put some peaches on here. And we're waiting on that other one to get done, those others. And I'll fix another plate. This is a very inexpensive. You need to know too, I did not go to the grocery store. There will not be a price on this because I used everything out of my pantry. When you go, if you have my cookbook and you stock your pantry the way I tell you to, these are meals that you don't have to buy anything. All I did was buy my fruit, but I was buying my fruit to freeze for the winter. And then you have all of this. I'm going to rinse these off real quick. I'm going to turn my back to you in just a minute. This farm is wonderful. They don't use all the pesticides that everybody does. It's an all-natural farm. And now we're going to put some strawberries on here. And we're going to cut them like we have before. Now these strawberries I got from Beechwood Farms. They have a stand up near me. And they pick them that morning and then bring them up. Beechwood Farms is up in Marietta. That's another great you-pick farm that you can go to too. I don't know how natural, what all they use and put on their stuff. Just a minute, I'm going to rinse these too. You don't want to do any major washing with them. And you have an apron so that when you can't find your dish towel, you can just dry your hands off, y'all. I love my apron. That was Tom's idea because I was ruining my clothes, he said. And so I always try to wear an apron when I'm cooking, and he's right. It does save on the wear and tear of my clothes. Now remember, I used this Pampered Chef slicer before, and we're doing that with our strawberries here. Do you see how wonderful and colorful this is? Now, my children like butter on their waffles, so if before you put the fruit on, I would do butter. And butter is okay in small amounts because it is made. If you look at the ingredients of butter as compared to margarine, you will find that you want to eat everything as close to the way that God made it. Now we're going to check this one and see. And that one with the blueberries. We have a whole blueberry one. And I'm going to take another plate here and put the blueberry one on there. It sticks a little bit when you have fruit in them. And I'm going to open that up so that y'all can see the blueberries there. You can do that with chocolate chips. You can do it with blueberries. You can do it with pecans. And you have a wonderful dessert breakfast if you want, or when you have young people come over. Now, with this now, we're going to pour the maple syrup across it. And let you see how that looks. We just do a little bit. You might want to pour the maple syrup for your children. I usually put it in a little pitcher, but this little bottle that I got today is just really easy to do. My big gallon, I always pour it in a little pitcher. We are getting ready to go to another break, and when we get back, my friend will be here. Thank you so much, y'all.